Kingdom Day 29, and we have a healthy 6.3 million power on my free-to-play full sleeper strategy restart. Let's have a look at the breakdown. We've had some significant movement in the technology power. So 3 million in building, 1.5 million now in tech, troops over 1 million, and commander power still just crawling forward as I try and level up the front line of my Sunset Canyon team. In today's videos we've got some decisions and we've got some good news. The last video I was just about to go into the Gamer Power event, and after doing the 600k I was in position 35, so I thought to myself it would just be rude not to try and push a little bit more, and managed to get 17th with a score of just over 1 million, which was no mean feat, as I'm not too sure where the other 400k power came from. Just really pushed all out, sucked all the resources out of my farms and carried on pushing, and in fact over pushed. I probably could have got the same result with 950k, but you never know if somebody's just waiting to finish a city hall right at the end before it finishes. So starting to build up my gold heads again and a few more epics in the bag. Of course, I've already spent these almost straight away on Imop as I'm trying to develop him slowly. How's he doing? 5532. So 1, 2, 5 more to go, but he's into the big ones now. It's the 40s, and then the last one of course is 50 heads. But then I have his precious skill ready, and I can start to look at the damage dealers that I've got the backbone of my Sunset team in place. It'll be time to get Sun Tzu ready and some of the other damage dealers, and hopefully we can move forward in the rankings a little bit, or at least hold our own a little better. It's decision time though. In my city I've got some resources from my farm and I'm ready to take the next step. I have a free building queue. City Hall 24 is a real difficult one in that you need your siege to 23, which of course means you need all of your troop buildings up to 23, which is no mean feat. I of course though can progress the tavern, as I've got the resources to do that, which would progress my main quest line, as I'm always telling you to do. But I'm going to deviate a little bit now that I've got my City Hall 22. I'm not in a massive hurry. What I think is going to be a better investment for me at the moment and long term will be to keep my Alliance Centre in sync with my City Hall, which will give me another precious 1 help. That 1 help of course is a 1% reduction off everything going forward. On my last video I said I wasn't going to go for tier 4. I was going to push herbal medicine, and I'm going to be pushing that to level 7 very soon. But it's 10 days on this build, so it's a huge investment, and then I will make the decision whether to carry on with herbal medicine or get those long swordsmen building. Once they're building in the background though, of course I will at least have a rest using gold. I don't need to use gold for 10 days unless I finish that up with speed ups. So I have 2 million gold to spend as well. What I'm interested in though is what will progress my Sunset Canyon team the most. I have an empty spot on Joan, an empty spot on Baybars. I could of course attempt to do an expertise, but that's a very risky use of 2 million gold. I think though, if I compare the feat to the archer legs, because my Joan is in archer equipment at the moment, the feat will progress me 2.5% in health, where the legs on Joan will progress me 6 defense. So really it's a no-brainer. It's got to be these. It'd be absolutely fantastic if we could hit a crit. Ready? 2 million. Come on, please. Yes. Now what I'm going to do though is I'm going to go archer. I understand that Joan is integration, but I'm going to go archer, but then of course I can swap them, where Thutmose will now have the legs that are expertised, and his legs will move on to Joan. But they're both out of the city at the moment, so I'm going to bring them back in. It'll be an opportunity to look at the troops, which are slightly spoilt because I've got injured. So why don't I just bring everybody back? You come back. You come back. And who's the injured march? You're the injured march. So then we can see the full glory of my troops in a moment. How are we doing? So that extra health that I got on herbal medicine has really helped me expedition. I've 3-starred the last of the bonus levels. So I've got 6 of those now. Have I? 1, 2, 3, 4. Yep, 6 of those now 3-starred. And I've pushed right the way forward to 54. I couldn't 3-star 53. But of course 55 without tier 4 is a real slog. But I will carry on trying. I'm not too sure I'm going to be able to push past that though without tier 4. Let's just see what it is. I think if we go to preview, and then if we press here, yeah, it's 260,000 tier 4. That's going to be real hard to take down without some serious firepower. Plus a march of 260k is huge. So I'm not even going to try that on stream. That's a no-go for the moment. Sunset Canyon wasn't terrible last week. I came in with 4th, so lots of gold keys. I also got a result, well, not a great result. So the Sunset Canyon, I got rank 4th and rank 4th for the season. But then, of course, the tournament also finished, which was another 4 gold keys, even though I only managed to rank between 33 and 64. I'm not embarrassed about that, but looking forward to the next Sunset Canyon tournament, hopefully when my team is more developed. Where are we going today? We just had a little Lohar party in the farm, did 14 Lohars to clear the AP, and I joined with my main there to just collect the rewards, and I think I did 3 or 4 on the blue as well, hoping for an 8-hour speed up, but no luck. Really, it was quite a bit of waste of AP. Oh, that wasn't too bad. 1 crystal key, but really I shouldn't be using my AP there when I need to urgently increase my front line's strength in Sunset Canyon. Let's have a look in the bag. Obviously, resources are very low at the moment. I'm having to build up my stone because I've got the castle, the wall to do, and the next city hall is a good 60 million. Speed ups, let's have a look. Building all gone. A few training, but not very much. Okay, these are taking obviously a real thrashing. I know my 1 hours were 400 odd. I wiped out my 3 hours completely, but they're building up again. I wiped out my 8 hours and my 24 hours, but they're very slowly building up as well. So, not ready for another push, certainly not another million power push, but I will keep an eye on that and keep building. Hopefully the gold chest will keep coming because it is progressing my VIP nicely towards 9. I could finish 9 now, but in the back of my mind, I'm always thinking that more than gems could be just around the corner. And although I could only do 50% of it, that's still better than 0. Well, I need another 3,000 gems to do 50% of it, but I think we have a monument about to finish. Yeah, 6 hours left on that is another 2k. So it's only 900 short, and I'm sure I could rustle that up if I absolutely had to. Let's go on to others. So AP's looking quite healthy, but remember I never made a push with my AP during Lohar to get the 1.5 million reward. I've got 12 epics, only 6 legendary because of course I decided to invest in Thutmose. I might invest in Mohammed, which I know is a crime against the game in general, but I don't care. I like playing the Sunset Canyon, and I think he's a valid commander to use for a while. And really, until he's 5/5, he's pretty useless, so to at least get him 5/1/1/1 would be good. Epic stars are building up. Green stars are sitting there waiting for City Keeper, but he's not ready yet. Now let's have a little look. I could have done the trick on Imperial Wealth, where you wait to the new week to buy the Sunset Canyon goes, but I used them yesterday to secure fourth. I thought that was a better investment. I also decided to go Silver Keys instead of Epic Stars. The reason I did that is just really, it's a bit of a gamble to see if I can get some better rewards from the Silver Keys in terms of Epic Stars. So let's see if I've messed that up. Come on, I don't need that. It'd be embarrassing if I don't get any red stars. So nope, that was not a smart move. I should have just brought the Epic Stars. So a lot of trash there, but some of course I can sell for Alliance points. I've got about 600k in the bag, which is well, how much would that buy you? 1200 VIP if I should need it, which I may change in as I've got plenty of time. I'm not planning to go anywhere at the moment, so plenty of time to build up for passports if I do decide to move away from here after KVK. But I'm happy, we're at peace, and we're building up and getting stronger. All my troops are back. Let's swap those about. And let's see how the gear is doing on my main march at the moment. So that's now up to 20% on defense, 11.5 on health, and only 4% on attack. But that's 35.5%. So not terrible, not brilliant, but not terrible. And now let's get Joan, who is not in the front line. And that now looks like this. So still 20%, but hasn't got the health, but a little bit more attack. So 27% is not terrible for a march that's not on my front row. But all progress today, and I love a bit of progress. What I really need though is a huge amount of XP. If I had the time to sit and chain, I would do it. But for the moment, I'm just going to be farming away, clearing my AP, and having fun and playing, well, I say playing casual. Really, I am doing pretty well to be day 29 on 6.3 million. That's pretty good. But what I would say, though, is how I've done this is all there for you to see. You can go back to the first video of this account and just watch your way through it. I've been asked to put them in a playlist, so I think I might do that after this video. But by all means, how I've got to 6.3 million is all there. I've done a tiny bit of chaining in this spot here, but why was I doing it? The harvest event is why I set this up. And occasionally I do chain them for about 10 minutes and then give up because it's so boring. I haven't been gathering gems, but really I should, especially as, I mean, I don't think you should decide whether you want to be an infantry or cavalry or what you want to be, but as I'm having so much luck, as a rule of thumb, I would never be archers for KVK1, but certainly this is starting to form up into what looks like my main march at the moment. My preference would be, though, for it to be Sun Tzu, Ethelfled, but no harm carrying on developing this for my Sunset Canyon team. That's all for today. Thanks for following this series. I hope when I talk about the decisions that I'm making and how I've got to this point, I really hope it helps you. Thanks for all those comments. That's all for now. Thank you.